Hi guys, my name is Cynric and I'm your Jurong resident agent. So today, right, I'm going to share with you 8 points regarding why you should consider EC in today's market. So for those of you that's watching my channel for the first time, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel for future videos. Okay, so for the first point, let me share with you why I will consider EC as an attractive option. The last few weeks, I've been meeting a few clients that inquired about particular EC. Today, I'll just use one of them as an example so that you can feel yourself in their shoes also. So right, actually this is a family of 4 and the husband contacted me. Of course, they had plans that they want to upgrade to another maybe condo or something bigger for their family, right? But their concern is if today they sell their HDB, because currently they're staying in a HDB. So if they sell the HDB today, then where would they need to stay? Because the EC also would require around 4 years to be fully constructed. So for them, new condos were kind of not really the best option. Because right now, if you buy a new condo, new private condo, you have to pay ABSD on top of the down payment. Yeah, so this is something that most families are unable to afford because there is almost like 40+% already of the new private condo price. So as a result, actually if you are a Singaporean, then you should make use of your Singaporean privilege. Not a lot of people can fulfill the criteria one. There is income ceiling then you also must fulfill all the eligibility criteria. EC was actually quite an attractive option because they did have enough money for the down payment, but they didn't have enough for the ABSD. And they didn't have to sell their current place in order to buy the next property. So for them, it was really like a very attractive option. Yeah, so on top of that, right, why it's also attractive? Because not only you don't have to sell your HDB before you buy the condo, you also can save on rental. If you're a family of 4, even if you go for HDB nowadays, you're looking at least 3,000 plus per month. So these are additional savings you can have compared to purchasing a private condo. Okay, so now to the second point of why I think ECs is a good option for you. I'll introduce you the 2 different options you can have when you're considering an EC today. Okay, so the first one is what we call normal payment scheme. So I think if you're a homeowner, most likely you're familiar with this. You just need to pay the down payment, and then after that, the monthly installment will come in phases . Now, this is for an EC under construction. And then there's second one, which is called deferred payment scheme. So for the deferred payment scheme, right, you just need to remember, you pay the down payment initially, then after that, when the EC is closer, so-called, you can move in, then you need to pay your monthly installment. Yeah, so in between, maybe the construction is maybe 4 years, 3 years, you don't have to pay any monthly installments. But here's the catch. Of course, with this like delayed payments in monthly installment, right, it comes at a 3% premium. I use an analogy. Using this deferred payment scheme, you buy this apple $1. Maybe the auntie let you buy this apple with installment. But for the normal payment scheme, right, the apple is $1, then you pay 25%. Then after that, you pay the monthly installment all the way until you fully finish the entire apple. Using the same apple, right, it will be $1.03 because 3% premium of the purchase price. Then on top of that, you just need to pay the down payment, which is 20%. Then after that, the remainder, right, you can pay the auntie 4 years later. Okay, so right now, for the third point of why I think this particular EC is an attractive option. I'm not sure if you heard about it, but basically Tengah right now is like the entire area is a forested area. For those of you that maybe in your 30s, 40s, or even older, you have probably heard about the story of Punggol. How I envision this Tengah that's coming up, right? It's probably going to be like the next Punggol. Okay, so imagine last time when a lot of people didn't want Punggol, wow, very ulu鸟不生蛋的地方, very far away. But look at Punggol right now, today. Actually, right, when I talk to my clients, right, most of them, they will feel like, wow, they didn't expect Punggol can be like that today. Can you imagine how it will be 10 years down the road when this is all done? Then you want to buy, it will be too late already. You won't be buying at today's price. On top of that, right, the government has already slated a total of 42,000 units to be in the Tengah district area. So of course, this 42,000 includes BTOs, which are HDBs. I'm sure the past 10 years you have seen a lot of BTOs that is targeted at Tengah area. So the government is already pumping a lot of money and resources to build up this town. For a town to succeed, right, it must have population and residents there. Then after that, the shopping malls will come in, the MRT will come in. On top of that, the Jurong regional line, you'll be going through this entire Tengah area. So this particular EC, right now, only BTOs and ECs are so-called launched in that area. So I feel like if you can see the next 10 years, 15 years down the road, definitely I think Tengah can be something you should explore. So for those that want to find out more about this project, feel free to contact me, your Jurong resident agent. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll go move on to the fourth point of why I think EC could be an option for you. So as you all know, EC, there's a lot of criteria to fulfill. Actually, a lot of people are excluded from the EC. I would say it's more of for Singaporeans. So that's why I feel why EC is good, right? It's because you also have two exit points. Okay, so the first exit point, right, is when, let's say today you buy the EC and then you stay 5 years already. So this will be almost 10 years down the road. Okay, you stay 5 years already. Then when you reach the minimum occupation period, this is when you can first start selling your EC into the resale market. So this is what we call the half privatized mark. At this point, right, you can only sell to Singaporeans or PR, but they are no longer binded by the mortgage servicing ratio quota already. So they can use the 60% of their income to finance the loan. The next exit point, right, will be at the 10-year mark when the EC, you already stay for 10 years. So at this point, the EC becomes fully privatized. So it's no longer called EC already at that point. So at the 10-year mark, right, you can sell to even foreigners. If you are looking at the EC today, this is the potential exit strategy that you can consider. Alright, so now for point number 5, the main thing I'll be talking about is entry price. For ECs, as you all know, usually EC is like a subsidized product, and then it's more on the outskirts of Singapore. Okay, so compare that to maybe the privatized condo, right? Privatized condos, they are already looking at maybe around $2,000 plus per square feet for those outside the central region. Yeah, outside central region. So that is in the same region as EC also. In terms of the private market, right, EC actually is already the lowest entry point already. So that's why I will feel like it's a very safe entry compared to what we have on the market right now. And also, if you want to sell it in the future, definitely it will be easier to sell it in the resale market. Okay, so right now for point number 6, right, it's more for this Tengah EC. Okay, so I'll be talking about entry prices. So just to give an example, the land bid price at Tengah, right, is $603 per square feet per plot ratio. Okay, then the upcoming one at Bukit Batok, just to give one example, is the price is at $662 per plot ratio. Yeah, so you can see the difference of almost 10% just based on the land price. Yeah, so you can imagine by the time you buy this Tengah EC, then when this Bukit Batok EC come out, right, you're already getting at least a 10% discount. And to be honest, they are very close by only. Yeah, they're within, I would say, maybe 3 km radius. Yeah, so for 3 km radius, you have this kind of price difference, right? It's quite significant, especially when they are both EC, also basically in the west one. Yeah. Okay, so for point number 7, right, it's more about the new MRT line that's coming up that's called the Jurong Regional Line. So for those ECs in the west, especially will be near the Jurong Regional Line, I think it will be very attractive because you imagine last time when the Circle Line was still under construction. I'm quite sure when the Circle Line was announced, right, the property price had a positive effect. Basically you appreciate. Yeah, so for the Jurong Regional Line, it also had the same effect for the Tengah and the areas that it has covered. Alright, so today for my last point, you can see that the Jurong area, actually the government has already put a lot of money and planning towards the Jurong Innovation District as well as the Jurong Lake District. Actually, the Jurong Lake Gardens was only recently done up. They revamped the whole garden. So you can see that the government has already taken steps to make this so-called more livable and more modern. So wait till if you wait till so-called this Jurong Lake district is fully done, right? Then of course you won't be looking at today's price anymore, because it will already be like, say, like the Punggol area. It's already like more mature already than it is today. In summary, these are the 8 points of why you should consider an EC in today's market. Okay. Point number 1, you don't have to sell your HDB, and then you don't have to pay ABSD also. So point number 2 is the normal payment scheme and deferred payment scheme. Point number 3, new township. Point number 4, exit strategies. Point number 5, entry price. Point number 6 is an example of the entry price. Point number 7, looking at new MRT line, the Jurong Regional Line. Okay, and the last point is near business districts. Okay, yep. If you're interested in a particular EC, feel free to reach out to me. What I can do for my clients is that first, we will do an assessment. Okay, not just financial assessment. I will also want to assess what is your life goals, what is your future planning. I think these are all very important, because as a Singaporean, most of the time you only shift your house a handful of times. So we will want all the planning done ahead before you even make a purchase. Yeah, so I think that's the most important one. Yeah, okay.